afternoon, everybody, and would like to thank you, Cosmetic Business Live, for giving me the opportunity to talk about supply chain and the challenges and the solution that Univar Solutions can make and made during this period of time on this topic. Starting briefly with an agenda, I'm going to have a safety share, and then we decided to touch the point of the supply chain, producing 4 different business cases that can easily give us the understanding of the supply chain and the supply chain challenges that we face during the last year. And then the idea of Univar on how we want to adopt digital for the supply chain. Just to give you a little bit about myself, actually I'm Global Sales Director at Univar Solutions for beauty and personal care, dealing worldwide with all the material that we can deliver. Having a chemical background, and after the degree, I start to work in a lab, in a cosmetic lab, and then taking different responsibility from here in other companies until now, where I'm Global Sales Director at Univar Solutions. My safety share for today is how much is important to have fun together with the team and with the people. And this is giving us the possibility to decrease the stress and even burning calories. So that is really important for all of us, and especially in this digital environment where the relationships are quite difficult. Never forget about to have fun with the people also in front of a video. And now let's move forward with the first business case that we want to present to you today. And this is related to the weather condition and the terrible weather condition that the East Coast of USA face during the middle of February. During this period, we saw different chemical producers, also if not related to personal care, that has been affected by force majeure and supply destruction. So what Univar Solutions implemented in order to mitigate this situation is to have daily meetings at global level in order to, with the different functions involved between supply chain, sales, and product manager, in order to check regularly the status of the material and the different supplier. And what we put in place was also the communication and communicating with the stakeholder, so the suppliers, and even the customer, because they need to be informed on what is happening on the ground. Also, if they are not related just to US, also if they are sitting in Latin America and in Europe, that they have been affected by that. So this is why we sent customer letters to our customer in order to inform about the situation and the development. What we did, we already made the allocation. We made the allocation of the products for the historical customer that will always purchase the material that we have available. And this gives us the possibility to extend this long relationship, because we were not looking just at the profit, we were looking mainly on the long-term relationship and what we can do with them. This was a case where that was not able to prevent, and we want to showcase you also another case that we were not able to prevent. And the second one is why I'm not presenting live this session, but is or face-to-face. This is why I'm presenting this through a video. And clearly everybody knows the impact of COVID-19 to our life and to our business. So the risk for the impact of COVID-19 was material shortage and closures of our site and on our facility. So we took different great way. We made a different great way in order to avoid possible disruption. And the first one was to have shifts on the side, in order to have 2 shifts or 3 shifts with our people, in order to, if someone is going to be affected, the continuity of the deliveries was guaranteed. And what we evilly made, where we train our people on the safety more than usual. We provide DPI and laptop to all employees that was not able, in order to not have them on the facility when it was the case. And we create also great videos to inform our team about the safety. But was not just related to our internal staff, was also related to the external staff, like the drivers that were going to pick up the material or deliver the material, giving them all the DPIs, and to have a strict process control in order to be safe, ourselves, our customers, and our supplier. For sure, we put some sales control in order to avoid to have overstock or low stock of the different material, also related to our supplier, on how we track our suppliers on how they were operating and if they are operating. So an example of what we did was to focus our attention of material that were directly linked to the hand sanitizer production. So, and we moved all the material that was possible. Let's talk about alcohol or other rheology modifiers that are used to produce hand sanitizer, to address them to the right people that were producing hand sanitizer for the community. Those were the 2 examples that we were not able to control. Now I want to move to a business case that was meant to be prevented, but at the end we didn't. And this is related to Brexit. We know that Brexit was ongoing and was in discussion since 2018, 2017. And at the end, just late December 2020, we had the final decision or deal or not deal. But during all this period, we made weekly calls with the task force team that was doing and checking what we can do and what we can afford in order to avoid disruption on the deliveries. And this is meaning that the communication was really a key with our suppliers, our customer, and even the internal team. And we increase our stock level 4 to 6 weeks in order to avoid, each time we were going to close to the date, in order to avoid blockage of our customer production. And for sure, what we made was also to implement IT system in order to be prepared on possible increase of duties or any other possibility, discontinuity that we get. So at the end, it was a long process. It was a process of communication, even with our customers and our suppliers. And on the communication side, for example, what we did is to create a mailing box, a common mailing box that was just strictly related to that, where customers, suppliers, and the internal people can raise their question or their concern about availability and necessary steps. And sometimes we were really useful for our customer that was not able to understand really well the situation. At the end, the process went really well, and we had no or just few delays on our deliveries to the customers. Now I want to move and to talk about the digital implementation. And this is one part of the business case that we prevent and we were able to prevent. Talking about the digital, and digital is really a big part of our journey in Univar Solutions. The idea is to have one single ERP in all the countries in order to have a better compliance at corporate level, have consistent standard, and have transparency across the globe. That is also in a difficult situation, having one single ERP that can communicate one countries with the other countries can give us the possibility and the flexibility to be informed on where the material is and where we can ship the material if it's needed. We are in the journey. Actually, it's not completely, but the business case that I want to present to you is related to Italy and the implementation of the new ERP started and having the go live in February this year. So because the situation of COVID, we managed everything on the remotely base. So no people on the office. And this was a critical one. And what we saw is that the great collaboration that we have internally and the possibility to have people dedicated and engaged on that is vital in order to go ahead. For sure, the process was really important, but to put together the people and the task force that was dedicated to this project was really successful. And actually, we had a full alignment and no difficulties on deliveries, and we know how much is difficult on doing that. So what we saw really important was the change management procedure that we put in place on the why and on the what, and to have people engage and being owner of the task was really a key on that subject, and also to have the good project management in the discipline. So the project was important, but what we saw is that also the people and the technical part is really going to make the difference. And empowering the people, they can make the difference on the success of the project, like in this case, with the implementation of SAP in Italy. Last part that I want to showcase you today is to talk about is the digitalization and the next step of the supply chain. In Univar Solutions, what we are building now is a new tool that is called Where's My Stuff, where with our customer can have visibility on where is the material and when the material is going to arrive. What we plan to do also on the digitalization point is to have harmonized procedure across the globe. For example, having scanning barcode, and everything should be linked to the ERP system, and having people with the tablet for the pickup of the material and for the release of the material. So everything in order to be faster and efficient in all the procedure that we are doing. So my last slide is related to the lessons that we learned during this year and challenging here. What is really, really important is the communication internally and externally. And the example that I bring you today are clearly example on how we are communicating with our people, with our customer, and with our supplier. To implement and to have processes that give us the possibility to be agile, and that digitalization is moving in that direction. And what is really, really important for Univar is the safety of our people and to have multi-country perspective. That is giving us the possibility to be agile, as I said before. So this is the end of my presentation. If you have any questions or any doubt, just send an email or reach out to me. Thank you very much.